Before we begin today's episode, we would like to share a quick disclaimer. The views, opinions, and statements expressed by the hosts and guests on this podcast are their own personal views and are provided in their own capacity. All content is editorial, opinion-based, and intended for entertainment purposes only. Listener discretion is advised.
Podcast is what brings us together today, and that's all I wrote. So,
man, I was ready for an entire monologue.
God, no, it's me. You fucking kidding me? Anywho, podcast is what brings us together today, and if you don't get my reference, go fuck yourself. Sideways with a shovel. Welcome back to another exhilarating episode of the Silly Goose Society. Totally didn't almost say the other podcast right there. And today, I don't know about any of you, I'm like, is excited the word? Arouse? Which word?
Go with excited.
Okay, we're excited.
I don't want to think of the other.
Do you? Never mind. Moving on. So today, we are joined by one of the people who knows me on such a molecular level that in a court of law, it's just what'd you say during the Best Woman speech? Things like that one. We've offered to kill more people than we're willing to admit in a court of law. Something like that. Anywho, one of my closest friends in the whole entire goddamn world. And we're going to talk about her favoriteest movie in the whole wide world. And the movie that I deeply apologize to. Because whenever anyone asks you what's your favorite movie, and then I have to name like 5 because of all my HD cables, I never say Princess Bride.
Yeah.
But let's face it, it is like one of the greatest and most perfect. It's one of the most perfect movies ever. It has literally everything in it.
Yeah, it's fantastic. It is always
the first movie I say.
So, yeah. Erin, before we get too much into this one, you want to say hi to all 17 of our listeners? Just kidding. Introduce yourself, say a little hi, a little something about yourself, or fuck it.
Yeah, just to make sure you guys can hear me, I guess. Since apparently my microphone is being a little difficult. But yeah, I've known Kyle way longer than I would like to admit. At this point, I've known him for more of my life than I haven't known him. And you can take from that what you can. But the fact that you do not say The Princess Bride when you are asked your favorite movie means that I haven't done a good enough job in those years as your friend, because that's a travesty.
Like Sweeney Todd, The Two Towers. Like, come on. You know, like, I feel like The Princess Bride is the movie version of the band Queen. Everyone knows, loves, and respects it. It's unfair to say it's your favorite, because if it's not, what?
You would be surprised how many people I still talk to who have not seen this movie.
The second you found out Nick never saw it, you immediately put on, like, mom pants and were just like, unacceptable. You get the mac and cheese and the Oreos. We're going to your house. We're watching the movie. And that's exactly what we did. That night.
We cannot continue to be friends until we correct this.
Literally that night, we dragged Nick to my house. And we made SpongeBob mac and cheese. And we watched Princess Bride immediately.
And ate some bizarre Oreos.
It's
I don't even
fantastic.
remember what they were.
It was like some weird berry ones, because we were in Target, and, you know, you don't buy anything. Target bestows upon you and takes your money. Yeah, it was fantastic. He didn't want to admit it, but he fucking loved that. He loves that movie. He was like, yeah, it was good. Bitch, you loved it. Your life has been changed and you know it.
So I think the problem is that people who have not seen this movie until like now, when there's all kinds of like crazy like CGI and like camera effects, and it's so 1980s that it's not appreciated unless you take that into consideration. And so like there are some parts of it that are a little bit could be considered dated, but that doesn't make me love them less. And he's very much into movies that have great special effects. And if you're comparing those two things,
the ROUSs were
yeah, it's not going to win out.
It was pure perfection.
The ROUSs,
yeah.
That's a whole thing.
Yeah.
So I guess for some context, I actually had the opportunity to go to this thing called An Inconceivable Evening with Cary Elwes, where he told stories about filming on set, and it was the best night of my entire life. I just got to listen to him tell all these crazy stories and then like got a copy of the book, listened to the audiobook. So I have like all these like backstage anecdotes about everything. Um,
Please tell us everything.
I would say, which you have to tell all of us. You
we
have to tell us
know.
now.
there's like so much, but like that ROUS was literally just like a guy in a costume, and he had to like be sewn into his costume in order to like have it be whatever. And so the day they were going to film that scene, he just like didn't show up on set. And they're like, this guy's super reliable. Like, what's going on? Like, where is this guy? And he rolls on to like in between, like before he shows up, they had him wrestling like a rubber dummy instead of wrestling a person in a rat suit. And like, if you thought watching him wrestle a man in a rat suit was a little corny, like, could you imagine if it didn't actually interact with him and he's just rolling on the ground with this rubber rat? And so luckily, dude like shows up and he tells this like crazy story about how he'd been out the night before drinking and like got pulled over by the police. And he was small, so he had like this special car with like adapted pedals and like sat on a stack of books in order to see over the steering wheel and like all this stuff. And between like the car not being a normal car and like them smelling alcohol on his breath, they put him in jail overnight, and they wouldn't believe that he was an actor. And he's like, no, I have a big important like day of shooting tomorrow. And they're like, sure you do. Like, what are you acting as? He's like, I'm playing a giant rat. And they're like, okay, I've heard enough. And
Okay, hold on. You need to give the cops the benefit of the doubt on that one. You have to give them the benefit of the doubt on that. It's not like they pulled over Harrison Ford and he's saying this. Like, they're pulling, like, yeah, like he's just... I'm playing a giant rat. That's what sells it.
yeah, so that was like a whole thing. And luckily he got back in time, was able to shoot the scene normally, but it was almost going to be Cary Elwes wrestling a giant rubber rat in the fire swamp.
I'm a little upset. Oh, the fire swamp is, like you said, there's scenes that are dated. The fire swamp is very fucking dated.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, but it's still so good, though. It
is. No, it is. I'm not taking away. I think, at least for me, why I love it and I respect it so much is that there's, zero special effects in that movie? Like, it's
all practical
99...
effects. Yeah,
it's all practical effects. It's sets. It's stages. Oh God. Yeah. You got it.
Yeah. Like Robin
Give me
Wright was
that.
actually on fire.
Yes, exactly. I love it so goddamn much.
And the lightning sand was there was a trap door. So when they dove in, they had to hope that they opened that trap door at the right moment so they didn't just crack his head on the trap door, and then that he'd land correctly into the space underneath the trap door where they had like mats and stuff. And so he was only supposed to jump in feet first. And then he decided that that didn't look heroic enough. And he's like, nah, I got to dive in head first to rescue her. And they like had to rehearse it, and they had the stunt double try it and like make sure that he wasn't going to break his neck that early on in the filming, and all that
later in the
good
filming
stuff.
he can't, but not that early.
Yeah. Well, literally, like they with the Robin Wright scene, they're like, "Are you kidding? You're gonna light her on fire in the first scene? We can't replace her. Like, we'd have to replace her for the whole show, the whole movie, if you light her on fire and mess it up now." But yeah, and then he's like, "All right, I got this. Stunt double did it. I'm gonna do it myself now." Cary Elwes dove in, first take, got it.
Love it. Hell yeah.
Yeah, that's great. So, with you being such a massive fan, do you have a favorite scene, or is it too hard? Is like every scene is like, your babies. You can't name a favorite scene.
I mean, like the whole movie is just so good, and picking a favorite scene would be so difficult. But like in terms of appreciating what went into a scene, you cannot not talk about the sword fight.
Yeah.
Yes, that's my favorite. That is my absolute favorite scene. It is the absolute from the second they're there at the cliff and they start climbing up to when that entire bit, everything about it is my favorite. The respect that Montoya shows him, he goes, catch your breath, it's okay, and like all that other shit, and then
the dialogue, it's so great.
Yes, it's beautiful. It's so
hyper
beautiful.
quotable. I know something you don't know. I am not left-handed. Like, how are you? And then naming off all of the different like sword fighting techniques as they are going.
yeah.
Like, it's like watching someone play chess and be like, you're using this opening. Oh, you're using this approach. Like, that's literally the conversation they're having mid sword fight.
I don't want to kill you. In all earnest, you seem like a decent fellow.
Decent fellow. I hate to die. I'm a menace when this movie is on. I can quote everything as it goes. Like, clearly when the movie's not on, I don't have like the corrections going. I'll change some words here and there, but like I'm a menace when I'm watching this movie.
Yeah.
But it's beautiful. It's 11 out of 10 Kyle's recommend watching Princess Bride with Erin. I cannot stress that enough. 11 out of 10 of us.
Like during that scene too, like, so Mandy Patinkin and Cary Elwes, they trained for that scene for about 6 months, and they were working like 40-hour days with like world-class stunt, like sword training people, so that they could do the entire sword fight without any stunt doubles.
I love that. I love that so much.
40 hours a week, full-time job. They were shooting scenes, and in between their scenes, they were training with, I can't remember the guys' names right now, but like world-class, like the best at teaching sword fighting in order to be able to do this. And like there was this huge like pressure put on them to be able to do it. And it was the last scene shot in the movie.
Jesus.
Like when they wrapped the sword fight, they wrapped the entire movie because they wanted to have as much time as possible for them to get the sword fight right. I think the only thing done by stunt doubles is the like acrobatics where they swing around that vine. That's the only thing that isn't Mandy Patinkin and Cary Elwes.
Am I misremembering this? I swear I think Mandy Patinkin has a TikTok account, and I swear I thought I saw something where he was reminiscing about having to do a scene, and I could have swore it was like very close to when he lost his actual father.
Oof. Off. Yeah.
And he had to do the scene where, with the six-fingered man. Am I misremembering that, or is that...
No, you're not. This is in the book too. He talks about it a little bit, I believe. But yeah, he had lost his father right before this, and he very closely identified avenging Inigo Montoya's father with being able to like reconnect with his own father. Like, if I've done this, I've reconnected with Inigo Montoya's father. I've avenged him, and like in the same way, I'm able to. It's that line that I want my father back, you son of a bitch.
Yeah.
Didn't he ad-lib that part?
I'm not sure. I wouldn't put it past him.
Because I remember seeing those same videos of him, because like a woman was saying that she was going through, she lost her father and posted the video like on social media or whatever, and then tagged him. And he saw it, and he's crying like a baby because he's explaining the story, and he's crying even more. I want to say he said it in that video, that it wasn't in the script, he just said it because he was just so overcome with emotion when he did it, and they were like, that was perfect. I'm getting chills just thinking about it, honestly.
Yeah.
And like defeating him and getting my father back and having him like equate that to getting his father back in real life. That's just like huge and heavy.
Yeah.
Oklahoma, where the sun comes sweeping down the plains and the wayward winds. Oh my fucking god.
On a lighter note, the other reason why they had to record that sword fight scene as the last scene was they also needed time for Cary Elwes' broken toe to heal. Because Andre the Giant convinced him to ride his ATV on set, and Cary Elwes broke his toe at the beginning of recording.
Wow.
Fucking Andre the Giant. When we watched that movie together, I was like, how the fuck did I forget that Andre the goddamn Giant was in this fucking movie?
Apparently in a different studio, because I don't know if you guys know this. It took like 15 years for this movie to get made.
Yeah.
Like across like 3 or 4 different studios and like greenlighters, and it just didn't happen. Like Rob Reiner is the only reason why this movie exists.
Rip.
But in a different version of this, had it worked out in a different reality at a different, my God, I just lost the word, studio, instead of Andre the Giant, it would have been Arnold Schwarzenegger.
No.
Hey, baby, do you like a peanut? I could see that. That's
Yeah.
weird. You keep saying it. I don't think you know what it actually means. I could see it.
Yeah, but no,
It's
I
not the
think
same, but I can see
no,
it.
yeah, I think Andre is just so perfect.
Mm.
He was just absolutely perfect for that role.
Same
And I
thing with-
remember,
Yeah.
oh, I was just gonna say, I remember seeing like some old footage and promos and stuff, and seeing Robin next to him. She's so tiny compared to him. I mean, everyone was tiny compared to him, but she just was so tiny. I get that same effect when I see like Carrie Fisher, when she's like up against the guy who played Chewbacca.
Peter Mayhew, who played Chewbacca. Peter Mayhew.
Yeah, like how tiny she was. And
I
it's
think
just,
the thing
yeah.
is that how she was normal size. He was freakishly fucking tall. I think
Well,
that's the
true.
thing.
Yeah.
I think she was average, normal woman height in the 80s.
There's actually a comic somewhere of out on set, like she would get really cold and he was always warm. And one of the ways that they kept Robin warm was he would just take his hand and put it on top of her head.
Like a hat, yeah.
Yeah.
And she said it was like having like a big hot water bottle on top of her head while she was out on set. And that was how they kept Robin warm.
That's fantastic. I love that. Oh, God, I wish he was still alive. I would have loved to have hugged him. Because he just seemed like such a nice guy.
Yeah. But I also heard, like, I know I heard somewhere, like, he farted a lot on set, and it was pretty bad.
Well, I mean, yeah. You're not that big and you smell like sunshine and rainbows, you know what I mean?
Yeah. But I think
There was
with
one,
his size, he packed a wallet.
there was one like recorded in the book fart that happened
Yeah.
right as Westley wakes up from being mostly dead. He says that line like, "I'll beat you both apart. I'll tear you both apart. I'll beat you both together." And then like apparently right at that moment, Andre let out a fart that lasted like seconds, like multiple seconds of this loud rumbling fart that shook the set so much that people thought there was an earthquake.
Yeah.
Goals in life is to out fart Andre the Giant.
I think it's impossible.
Well, yeah, because he's dead, so you can't like.
Well, I
challenge
mean,
him.
yeah.
I mean,
Picture that man riding around the set on a tiny little red ATV because he couldn't fit in the transpo van that was bringing everybody else up the cliffside. So they found a little red ATV for him, and he rode that across the set for everything.
Wow.
I love that.
There
I
are
absolutely
pictures of
love
it. If you Google it, Andre the Giant ATV, you will find pictures of him on set sitting on top of this ATV. They're golden.
I
That's
love it when like
fantastic.
little bits like that happen about like in movies, because this is just my life. Everything comes back to Lord of the Rings. Something semi of like a type of traveling for like around set to like for one of the actors. Sean Bean apparently is, I don't know if it's afraid of flying or if it's helicopters in general, but he would not get in the helicopter to go and do like the mountain scenes when they had to do any of these scenes like on the mountain. So he would just get in full costume and he would fucking hike. So like that one scene in when they're up on the side of the mountain and like Frodo falls and he loses the ring, like up that when they're on like the biggest mountain in all of New Zealand, Sean Bean fucking walked that. He got up at like 3:00 in the morning, got dressed and started his fucking hike so that he got there by the time they flew out on the fucking helicopter. He walked like 7 hours to fucking set just to film for like 2 and they had to walk back down. Anywho, Andre the Giant. Tiny ATV.
Andre the Giant, tiny ATV.
There it is. That's fantastic.
Isn't that fantastic?
Okay, so you say it's a little ATV. I bet you
That's
that's like an actual. That's
Okay,
like an
so
actual
three-wheeler.
truck
Size
because
ATV.
he doesn't
that's-
look.
That's it.
He doesn't look as hysterical on it as I thought he would. Like I was
That's it.
expecting like the Grinch. Remember in the Grinch when he sits down in that little tiny car?
Yeah, but that's a 3-wheeler. That's not.
Yeah.
That's like, yeah. God.
ATV doesn't. No words in ATV means 4 And
I know, but like they don't make three-wheelers anymore. It's like
they don't make them like they used to.
It's just interesting to see that.
I love it. It's just interesting that you brought this up. I didn't know that this was an actual thing that we could do. Like screen share while we record. What the fuck?
Yeah, I just figured that out.
Ooh. Thanks, Erin. You were here for this.
You are so welcome.
Oh my god. Have fun storming the castle. You got a chance?
Think it'll work?
Not a chance.
Think it'll work?
Think it'll work. That's what...
It'll take a miracle.
That scene?
I got it. Carol Kane.
Either way.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, the sword fight is...
What am I thinking of?
Was Valerie.
I don't know. I'll tell you who you're thinking of. The wrong goddamn actress for that scene.
I know, exactly. I don't know what the hell I'm talking about. I'm just here.
Yeah. It's almost like you run a podcast or something.
I know. Who needs facts?
Not the government. Anywho. What was the... Actually, if mainly just because another one of the... Just... Robin Men in Tights. Love that goddamn movie. If I'm not mistaken, what's his name? Cary Elwes? That's his name? I always forget his name. Elwes. There it is. I guess he was like the set master swordsman who was teaching everybody else how to use swords because of Princess Bride.
I mean, that would make sense.
Yeah, like they were just like, okay, this is what you do, and he didn't say anything because he's just like so great and humble. He was just like, all right, guys, this is the person who's gonna this, that, and the other thing, teach how to use the swords, and he was just like, okay, whatever. And then I think it was actually Dave Chappelle who said it to Mel Brooks. It was just like, the fuck are you doing? He goes, what? He goes like, I bet you he can teach all of us. Didn't you see it? And like, he goes like, yeah, huh? Hey, you're fired. Like, I mean, he didn't actually fire the guy, but it was just like, I'm pretty sure he actually like kind of became like the choreographer for like the swordsmanship in that movie. I mean, there's not as much, but still, there's a few scenes of it. At the end, when he's in the fight scene, parry, thrust, good, clink. It's fucking great.
He was gonna study for 6 months at 40 hours a week how, this skill, like, we might as well use it again.
I mean, it was a literal internship that he, yeah.
Literally. And he would get, like, so salty over the fact that he realized that Mandy Patinkin had already started training before he started, and he's like, damn it, I have to catch up now.
Oh, you know what?
And with a broken toe.
And with a broken toe. He's like limping around and shit, chasing him around. Get the fuck back here.
So if you watch, there's the scene like right before Buttercup pushes him down the hill. He's like leaning up against this like stump, and then he goes to sit down, and he does this like fancy sit down where he basically does like a pistol squat. Like he sits down with one leg extended. And everybody's like, wow, that was so fancy. That was so piratey, like, blah, blah, blah. And it turns out he was just, like, trying to keep weight off of his toe.
Nope. I'm just in excruciating pain. Nothing fancy. I'm not showing off. Just can't fucking walk.
But that was not it was not the only set injury. And it was definitely not his only set injury. My favorite thing that I now know every time I go back and rewatch this, it kind of almost makes it hard to watch. In the fire swamp, when, they're, we are men of action, lies don't become us, and they're, like, getting ready to send him, like, to, like, arrest him. Buttercup thinks he's going back to his ship. Count Rugen is on his horse, and he goes, oh, you have 6 fingers on your right hand, somebody was looking for you. And Rugen goes to hit him with the sword and knock him unconscious. So they had a prop sword, like a lightweight prop sword, so that he could kind of bonk him on the head and Cary Elwes could react and like whatever. But after getting to the set location, they realized that nobody had packed the prop sword.
Yes, I know exactly where this is going.
And Rugen was left with only the real sword. So they were trying to figure out like good camera angles so that they could like get really close and like feign the like impact, and it just wasn't working and they're like, nope, we can still see that you aren't doing it. Oh, we can see you're not committing to this. And Cary was like, dude, just like get as close as you want. You can even like tap me on the head. No big deal. Like, we'll be fine. And he's like, okay. And Christopher Guest goes and brings down the real heavy sword and accidentally knocks Cary Elwes completely unconscious.
That
wow.
Beautiful.
And that
I love
is the only take they got that looked real enough, because it was,
it. I mean,
for
I
them to be
wonder
able to put in
why.
it. So when you rewatch this, not if, when you rewatch this, he is actually being knocked unconscious in that scene
Wow.
Love that.
and had to go to the hospital for the second time.
That's for the second time. Watching this movie with Erin is a lot like watching Lord of the Rings with me.
Yeah.
Did you know?
Did you know?
And so, and like, I don't do it during the movie. And I'm gonna tell you, like, right now, like, I'm basically just telling you things that I learned from that show and the book. If you want an amazing audiobook, this
Dungeon
one
Crawler
is,
Carl.
I mean, Dungeon Crawler Carl, but of
but
course.
it's called As You Wish, and it is narrated by Cary Elwes, and then has like guest readers for little snippets from the other actors, and sometimes it's the actual other actors talking, and sometimes it's not. It is not Mandy Patinkin reading it, and I was so thrown off because I know his voice so well that I'm like,
Yeah.
what happened to you? And then I looked and I was like, was read by so and so. But
But that's what happened.
was
It's not
great.
you. Oh, so where were we? Oh, yes. The Pit of Despair.
It's fair.
Jesus fucking Christ.
I don't know that I have any fun facts about the Pit of Despair, if I'm being honest.
What? Yeah, how much does it hurt you that I don't refer to him as Westley or his, I don't even remember all their names or whatever, but Westley, but I refer to him as his character from the first Saw movie, Dr. Gordon.
No.
Because like that's
Westley.
Because like that's where my
It is
brain goes, because that was my first introduction to him was Saw.
Mm.
Well, all right, technically it was probably Robin Hood's Men in Tights, but I didn't put two and two together. I'm like, that motherfucker looks familiar. Why is that?
No, the only other thing that I would accept is having him be, oh my god, what was his character's name? Have you ever seen Psych?
Yeah.
What was his, Despero?
I was like, I literally can't remember his most famous fucking character's name. You expect me to remember one from a TV show?
Pierre Despero. That's the only other one that I would be okay with. But like, no, he is Wesley.
Dr. Gordon. You're right, Dr. Gordon.
He is Wesley, or even the Dread Pirate Roberts, if you'd like. Sorry.
The Pirate Roberts, that's right. what fucking Halloween costume was it? It was out here. I forgot whatever the hell it was. But it had like the black, like, air quote unquote tunic that I had, and the pants and my boots, and I sent a picture or whatever the hell it was, and you went, "Did you do Princess Bride?" I was just like, "No." She goes like, "You absolutely did." I goes, "No, I didn't." And then I think you did one of those like side by side pictures of me from Halloween, and then of Wesley. It's like the only thing you're missing is a fucking mask, and I was like, you know what? Fair, I'll give you that. I didn't realize that.
You could do a Wesley. I mean, you'd have to dye your hair blonde, but
I don't know what I would suck more, dyeing my hair blonde or just giving myself a little bitch ass pencil mustache.
Oh my god.
Yeah, let's stop this conversation. It's not going anywhere good anytime.
no, on second thought. But, like, yeah, no, never mind. Second thoughts, no, don't do it.
Yep, not even a little bit.
No, yeah, you're right, not even a little bit.
You want me to change the topic with another unhinged alternate casting?
Oof, yeah.
Wally Shawn, who played Vizzini,
Uh-huh.
the part was first offered to Danny DeVito.
I saw that one not too long ago, and I'm sorry, that would have been so much better.
What?
That would have been...
Don't
Oh,
let
that would
Wally Shawn hear that.
I don't know about that.
You
No.
could say it was inconceivable?
Mhm.
The thoughts of Danny DeVito in that role is absolutely inconceivable.
It was Danny DeVito, and then Richard Dreyfuss was offered the role after
Fucking
that.
Richard Dreyfuss.
Fucking Richard Dreyfuss. No way.
And
No.
like Wally Shawn knew that his talent manager like told him he was the third choice, which is just so fucking rude.
Inconceivable!
And so he spent the entire time being like, I bet they all wish Danny DeVito was here.
I do.
No, he was perfect. I mean,
He was, but
He
like...
is Vizzini. Like,
Yeah.
he is Vizzini.
Yeah, no, it's... You want to know what it is? It's not... He's a very, very talented actor. It's very, very good. It's his fucking voice. Ange, I need you to look right at your screen right now and look into my goddamn eyes digitally. You know exactly who I'm going to say should play Vizzini.
Yeah.
Just picture him.
Okay. That may have been the only other interesting casting.
Because the voice is fucking atrocious.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm not going to do it right now because the girls are sleeping.
I was going to say, you have to do a line.
These walls are way too thin. I cannot. You know what? I'll send you like a recording like tomorrow or something, and then you can splice it in here somehow, or you can use it in the fucking promos or some shit. How about that?
Yeah. Yeah. Erin, do you know who we're talking about by any chance?
I don't. I was about to ask if we were going to share with the class.
Right. Have you ever seen Police Academy?
God,
it's okay if you haven't. We're not gonna beat that out of you.
It's been a long time.
Well, I guess maybe Police Academy, was it like 2 or 3?
I think he was in all of them. He was in the third and the fourth one. He was in the third and the fourth one, I think.
I don't think he was at all of them.
I made it that far.
It's okay.
You didn't quite get me with that one.
Yeah, who we're talking about is Bobcat Goldthwait, and Kyle does an absolute spot-on Bobcat Goldthwait.
I don't. I'm just an absolute spaz, but...
No, it's so good, and it cracks me up. Like, it has become one of, like, the little... You know, you just get these little pieces of life that you're just like, oh, I can go on another day. Me thinking about Kyle doing Bobcat Goldthwait is just one of those things that I'm like, oh, okay, I can do another day.
I think because it was out of nowhere.
It was out of nowhere.
Our first... I remember we were talking about
how it's made, yeah.
The show How It's Made.
And we were talking about, like, how that show, How It's Made, is, like, it's so synonymous with the guy who narrates it. Like, it's the narration that makes that show. It's
completely perfect. Like, the voice isn't too much. It's, you know, it's not like ooh, there's a voice. Or it's not like, fuck Gilbert Gottfried again. It's not a horrible voice. It's not an amazing voice. It is the perfect narrator voice. It is the voice that instructs you how to do shit at work. Like, yeah. Was perfect fit for it. And I think we were just talking about, like, who should, like, narrate shit differently. Like, who should narrate your life, or whatever the hell. And everyone says Morgan Freeman this and whatever, and blah, blah, blah. I say Sam Jackson and whatever. And so I was like, you know what? No, I want the fucking guy from Police Academy.
Yeah, it's great. It's absolutely great.
Bicycles or something like that.
Yeah.
And then I think we had to cut about 45 minutes of that episode out because Angie she went into like cardiac arrest. She was laughing so fucking hard.
Yeah, it was great. It's just, yeah. But like picturing him as Vizzini, I could see a hell of a lot more than Danny DeVito.
So you're wondering what's the poison? Erin, I feel like you have to like look up some of this guy's stuff. To kind of just picture.
I need to see. Oh my god! Like the like overarching theme in the book is just like how great a person Rob Reiner was the entire time, and how he is the only thing that like made this movie happen and kept people together and kept the energy up and got the quality of movie that we are all able to now love and enjoy. Like it is all Rob.
He's so fucking funny. Such
and,
a
like,
goddamn eye
Bill
for
Goldman.
it.
What was that?
He just was so fucking funny. Like,
yeah.
he see it. He would see it. He knows it. Like, you didn't question what he goes. Yeah, we're gonna do this, and people are gonna laugh at it. Are you sure, bitch? Yes, it's funny. For the love of God, man.
Yeah.
And, like, he had such a great sense of humor about everything. Like, was super chill about what I was talking about before with the guy coming in late for his rat costume thing.
Well,
and
he
like,
would have to be. He got fucking arrested.
Yeah. But he just enjoyed making the movie so much and enjoyed all the scenes and thought everybody was hilarious. And like, he had to leave set when they were filming Miracle Max because he was laughing so hard that he kept ruining the takes.
Oh,
I love it.
I mean, in fairness, literally what they did was they told Billy Crystal, just do whatever you want. And they filmed that scene. They filmed the Miracle Max scene for 3 days, 10 hours a day, they just let Billy Crystal do stand-up that matched the time period.
Oh, that's fantastic. I'd love to see that footage.
That whole scene is just playing in my fucking head right now.
Everything in that scene is improv. The mutton, lettuce, and tomato line,
Yeah.
improv. Like, all of
Yeah.
it. And even the king's stinking son fired me. Thank you for bringing up, like, like, that incredibly, like, I can't remember the exact line right now, but, like, thanks for bringing that up. Might as well give me a paper cut and put lemon in it or something like that. Like, all of that was improv, and he was so funny to the point where Rob Reiner had to leave set. Cary Elwes had to be replaced with a rubber dummy on the table because he couldn't keep himself from laughing and he couldn't look mostly dead. And Mandy Patinkin broke a rib from trying to hold back his laughter for so long.
Oh my god.
That's what sucks, because, like, you're right. That's now lost footage. Like, nowadays, if that type of scene, if that type of situation was happening in the filming of a scene, everything's digital now. You can fucking find that, But back then, there's actual footage, there's film. If it's still alive, you have to, like, get it and play it. You can't just, like, YouTube it or, like, Google it. Like, every single blooper from The Office you can find in a second. Every single one. But, like, I would camp out for 3 days for front row tickets to the other, 29 hours and 45 minutes of him just off the cut, just doing his bit.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah, that'd be great.
So much of it had to be cut because it wasn't PG. Like, I think there was something about him being like, you think you had a bad day? I found my nephew with a sheep. Like,
wow. But like what a great director mind that Rob Reiner had. He knew that he had gold, and he knew he had to give Billy Crystal the, like, he had to, like, release him. I mean, how many directors try to, like, rein in people like Jim Carrey or, oh my god, Robin Williams, like, they would try to, like, contain them, and if you just let these types of people go, then
you get gold. You get
gold.
Perfect.
Yeah.
I think that's why it's one of my favorite scenes in Good Morning Vietnam is when he's doing his shows. It's exactly what it was. They just like, all right, let's just do it. Just do the radio show. We'll hit record. And so when he's doing, it's hot, damn hot, real hot. The little guy bursts into flames. That whole thing. And everyone is absolutely in stitches because that's what it was. They just told him, just go. And we'll just record it and we'll play it. And everyone's losing their shit on set. And they're like, no, this is exactly what we want to see. This is what we want in this scene. This is this movie.
Yeah.
And yeah, he did the same thing with, and I forgot where the fuck I saw it, but Billy Crystal does that with a whole bunch of his stuff. So in Monsters Inc., the put the thing back where it came from, or so help me.
Yeah.
That whole bit was ad-libbed right there, and I guess when they filmed the scenes together, right? So they're like, put it, or so help me, and they're like, oh, everyone's just looking at you. And I think the story was like he couldn't turn his page fast enough or whatever the hell it was. He, to keep the momentum of the scene going for continuity, he just said, yeah, that's the name of the musical. That's why Sully doesn't say anything. And he just starts singing. And then they filmed their lines together. They did their lines together. So like John Goodman's like right next to him. And so as he starts singing the song, John Goodman starts going bump, 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 bump. And there's like, fuck it, let it go. Whatever they do, just let it fucking play.
Yeah.
When I read that one, or I saw, like, he did an interview and he said that, I was like, that is now set in stone as my favorite scene of the whole fucking movie.
Yeah. Monsters, Inc. That's another one that I could do a whole episode on. I love that movie so much. But yeah. So back to Princess Bride. I think, Kyle, you were asking a question way back when and we got sidetracked. But Erin, do you have a favorite line from the movie? Yeah.
That was it. You gotta have a favorite line. Or even some of them, because I know, like, your favorite scene, it depends on, like, your day or, like, your mood as you're watching the movie, what scene kind of hits you a little bit more. So do you have any lines from it that are just like, that one?
Like, way harder than picking a favorite scene, because all of this movie is so, like, insanely quotable. And there are just so many And it's like finding the right gift for every moment, right? Like there's a Princess Bride line for everything, no matter what you want. And like there are the classics. There's the As You Wish. There's the Hello, my name is Inigo Montoya. Like all those. One of the lines I feel very personally connected to is Have fun storming the castle. And that's mostly because my mother, every time we leave the house, she'll like when we were growing up, we'd be like, okay, we're headed out. And she'd go, okay, have fun storming the castle. So like
Aw.
that kind of like reaches beyond like just from the movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But one of the other ones that I just absolutely love and I try to use every once in a while, and it's so stupid, is like if I'm really busy and people are like, oh, do you want to go to this? I'll be like, I've got my country's 500th anniversary to plan, my wedding to arrange, my wife to murder, and kill to a frame for it. I'm swamped.
Wait a minute. I remember you using that one while helping us plan the wedding. I remember you using that one because Nick asked you for something because you were like, you were like helping with the flowers, I want to say, or something like that. So you were doing one thing specifically for the wedding, and you were telling Christina something, and then like me or Nick asked you like where you had left something, and you stopped. You're still looking right down at your hands, and you're still just like gluing fucking flowers and ribbons and shit together. You were mid-sentence like, oh yeah, no, Christina, and then we can, and then you stopped on a dime. You did that whole fucking line, and then you went right back to answering Christina. And then everyone's looking like, what the fuck? And I'm like, you just kept going. I'm looking around, everybody's like, has no one seen Princess Bride? What the fuck is wrong with you guys?
Like my life, everything that comes out of my mouth is probably a Princess Bride quote and a Knight's Tale quote or a New Girl quote. And when people around me
Knight's
haven't
Tale.
seen any of those things, I could do an entire second episode on A Knight's Tale. Don't even get me started. But
Yeah.
but when people don't understand my references, I'm like, oh God, I need to culture you. Please come watch these movies with me.
Who did we force to watch that one? I think it was Lauren.
Yes, it
It
was.
was either Lauren or it was Nick. Might have been Lauren.
Might have been both of them.
¿Por qué no dos, eh?
Yeah.
Man, that movie is just... Oh, fuck, yeah. Yeah, you know what, Erin? We gotta have you back and we can talk about A Knight's Tale. Jesus Christ.
But yeah, that was... Oof. That's a classic. But do you have any, like, favorite lines that, because you've watched it so much, that it's one of these, like... And the only reason I'm asking, because like, Caddyshack is my Princess Bride. Like, I know everything there is to know about Caddyshack. But I've watched it so much that, like, there's the highlight reel of quotables in that movie. And I'm just always like, of course you're going to say Cinderella story. You know, that's that whole line. But, like, there's these little quotes that, like, to me stand out as they're so, if you blink you'll miss them, but because I've seen that movie so many times, like, they just fucking crack me up. Do you have any of those for Princess Bride?
Gosh, I feel like I must. I have to like search my brain for them. But like, and we've said so many of them already because they've been incorporated into nonsense that is
Yeah.
happening in here. But like the thinking awake, it'll take a miracle. Bye, goodbye now. Like,
Yeah.
It'll take a miracle.
and like, you know what? You know what's a really good one that like it's the not that this is one that'll people will overlook because it is Billy Crystal, but that he's only mostly dead. There's only one thing you can do when they're all dead, and what's that? Run through their pockets, look for loose change. You know, like,
Yeah.
like that one is so funny. Billy Crystal's so funny. But I find myself, even though they're not funny, ones that like stick in my brain as like almost being used as like GIF reactions are like in the pit of despair when he comes in and he freaks out and he turns the machine all the way up and Rugen just goes, not to 50. Like that is like a GIF reaction in my brain.
Yeah.
And then Cary Elwes, you think a little head jiggle is supposed to make me happy?
Yeah.
Oh my god. They're just like, there's so many. The marriage scene, the anybody want a peanut?
Anybody want a peanut? I do it all the fucking time. Whenever I'm eating peanuts, I always do that. I trail mix. Anybody want a peanut? If I'm eating fucking Cheetos and I want to ask anybody if they want, I'll fucking do that.
Gosh. I'm not a witch, I'm your wife.
Yeah.
Christ. You know what? And the other one too. Whenever we would go to the gym and we'd like go and we'd drop our shit off at the locker rooms and we were gonna do like deadlifts or squats and shit like that. And we go, all right, to the pain, to the pain.
The pain. Oh my god, I had a shirt that said that.
Yeah, you did, and your trainer did not fucking understand it, and it broke your heart a little bit. I was there. I witnessed it.
Yeah.
To the pain. Yeah, that's right. Pain and Gain. Yeah. And he goes, yeah, the movie, right? Huh? Princess Bride. Never heard of it.
I got myself in trouble the other day because someone did not know Princess Bride, and I made a joke about Rest Well and Dream of Large Women.
Restaurant.
And that one doesn't go over well if you don't know what I'm referencing and you don't know that it's Andre the Giant and
Yeah, well, and if that person tries to cancel you and you say it's a Princess Bride quote, everyone's like, oh, it is? You know, because maybe they don't know. And they see it and goes, oh, yeah, the person who got offended, go fuck yourself. Get some goddamn culture. Get out of here. Case dismissed. Click.
Cultured swine.
Large women. Fuck it. And then they're like 45 minutes of them just rolling down the hill. It's just people rolling down a hill, but it's just so fucking funny. It's simple comedy, but it's fucking funny, man.
Yeah.
I forgot about this one. I think one of the ones that I use the most often, and Kyle can attest to this, is yes, you're very smart. Now shut up.
You play a board game with our friend Nick at any time, and he's explaining why someone just made the wrong move, and he just like let's say we're playing fucking Sorry, right? And like you went too many spaces, and he was like, no, you did that card, you couldn't do that one on this one, and that one goes, we get it. I drew the crook every single time. Yes, you're very smart. It was like every other line out of your mouth when I was at Rob and Ariana's around the holidays. We were playing the Deep Rock Galactic game. And same thing, he's just over-explaining everything. Yes, you're very smart. Now shut up. And then it's just you and Caitlin for the next 2 hours just doing the whole fucking movie.
The other, oh my god, and like this one is entirely dependent upon Mandy Patinkin saying it. So like I'm not going to do it justice, but like let me explain. No, there is too much. Let me sum up. Buttercup is set to marry Humperdinck in little less than half an hour. And it's just like
it's fucking it's beautiful. Oh, it just the way you can't help but kind of like bounce. Like you started saying it, I'm like bouncing in my chair. Like yes. Like dun, 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 dun.
The cadence that he said it. Buttercup is set to marry Humperdinck in little less than half an hour. Like you have to follow the
It sounds like a vocal warm up.
Yes.
It sounded like a vocal warm up.
Oh my god. So many good quotes. And like, yeah, do you guys have quotes that you're like, this is my Princess Bride quote? Or
yeah, definitely on a daily basis. I don't mean to kill you. You seem like a decent fellow all the time. Daily, like someone just like mildly inconveniences me at work. I'd hate to kill you. I said it today to Mark.
Yeah.
I said it today at work to Mark because I asked him for like a screwdriver or something like that. And he was, what? And I was like, I don't want to kill you. That one, I don't count as you wish. Like I said, the want a peanut when I'm just sharing with anybody. I'm trying to get the kids to do it.
No rhymes now. I mean it. Anybody want a peanut?
Yeah. And then the have fun storming the castle. Whenever anyone's like, all right, see you later. All right, bye. Have fun storming the castle. Same thing, it's like the big ones that everybody knows, but still, like they're just in the regular Rolodex of fuckery that I said.
Yeah. I think for me, the iocane powder kind of dialogue, that whole scene is probably like one of my favorite moments in the whole movie. It's just, I just always crack up.
Just listening to Vizzini just ramble off into chaos and try to stall and
all right, confession time.
And the laughing the never mess with the Sicilian, go up against Sicilian when death is on the line, and the cackling and then just falling over dead.
Yeah, yeah. I did see there were these guys, they were like these science nerds. I don't know if they have like, if it was just like TikTok thing or they have a podcast. I don't even know who they were, but they were going through and debating what is iocane. And I think they arrived at the thing that it was actually an aerosol. Vicini got the poison when he took the vial, and Westley said, go ahead and smell it. It doesn't have a smell. And they went through like this whole like scientific reason why it couldn't have been anything ingested. It had to have been like the aerosol is what the poison actually was. It was a fascinating like hot take on what the iocane really was.
I mean, pretty
Super
solid.
interesting. I'll have to take a look at that.
So, Erin, as we kind of wrap things up here, what if you were to tell somebody that's never seen this movie, like what this movie maybe means to you, or why somebody should see this movie, like what's your top kind of promo for the movie?
I mean, I think it kind of writes itself, and I'm ashamed of myself for not being able to pull this quote from my brain right now. But the grandfather, like, sums it up right at the beginning. The fencing, fighting, torture, revenge, giants, monsters, chases, escapes, true love, miracles. Like, and it's just, he rambles off all of these things that are in the story and what the story is about. And all of that, it's like, it's all in it, right? There's so much in this book that, or in the, there's so much in the book he's reading, so in the movie, that like they didn't even know how to market this movie when it came out because they couldn't figure out if it should be a fairy tale or if it should be a love story or if it was satire or if it was an adventure story or if it was. And the beautiful thing about it is that it is all of those things.
Yeah.
And it all comes together under the care of Rob Reiner and of, Bill Goldman's story and the actors who invested so much love into it. And all of that comes through every time you watch this. It's just such a labor of love and such a high quality movie, even though it's now getting to be on the older side and it's not going to have the cinema spectacular that modern movies might have with new technology. It is still worth every second of every rewatch to be part of the like culture that it's created around itself.
That's perfect. Absolutely perfect. Right. Well, I think we're going to wrap it at that. Thank you guys so much for listening to this episode. Let us talking about this absolute classic of a film. Erin, thank you so much for joining us. I know that we've been so excited. Kyle's been talking about this episode for so long and that we had to have you on this episode. And I'm so glad that we finally are at this moment. So thank you so much.
I'm super excited to be here. Thanks for letting me ramble about a movie that I love.
Thanks to all of our listeners. Be sure to like, subscribe, do all the things, share this episode and our other episodes with your friends and family. Check out all of our links, join our Discord, and that's it. We'll see you next week. Bye.
Then Erin, you say bye. If you said bye, we didn't hear it.
Bye.
Really? I'm the one who's got to do it?
Yeah.
What?
All right. Have fun storming the castle. Aww.